Hey guys, how's it going? Like Butter here, and today I'm bringing you a Battlefront 2 gameplay. I did pretty well this game, and I wanted to talk, and this is going to be my final video talking about this specific thing, because it's been kind of plaguing my chat when I'm playing this and my comments when I'm posting it. And it's kind of frustrating to constantly have this thing being brought up over and over again about the game being pay to win, and you know, the EA representative that commented on one of the Reddit posts. It's one of the most downvoted Reddit posts in history, and he's like receiving death threats, and it's just a really icky situation, and I kind of just don't want to talk about it. But I wanted to give one final opinion on the star card situation and whether EA got, you know, super greedy, or if the star card system is actually not that bad. So I'm gonna throw everything out on the table. I think I have about 40 to 45 hours into the game now, considering I had like 22 before launch, and then I ended up you know, playing like all day and all night when it came out the first time, or the first day rather. And it's not technically out yet if you didn't get the Elite Trooper Edition. The Elite Trooper Edition allowed you to play like 3 days early or something. But anyways, so here's the thing. The star cards in the game, if you don't know, are these cards that you can equip that give you small bonuses either towards your character as a whole, or towards one of your abilities, enhancing it or changing it in some sort of way. So this can include something like, I use a card for my thermal detonator because I really like the thermal detonator that increases the recharge time and also has a little bit bigger of a radius. Now, from the different card types, there's just the regular gray cards, there's green, blue, and then purple. Purple are the epic cards, which are extremely expensive to craft, but you can no longer get them in the crates, but you can get up to a blue star card, and this is where people are having the biggest problem, because if you have cards that enhance, you know, certain abilities or change certain abilities and give you advantage over other players, the fact that you can pay and get those cards is where everyone is kind of freaking out. Now, you can't use the cards that you get in the packs until you hit a certain level with that character anyways. So to be honest, like, people who don't pay money to get the crates, you get enough crates by playing and finishing the milestones. A lot of people don't know this, but if you go to your collection, you can see there's a ton of different milestones that you can go for, and then you can get like credits. You can even get the crystals that you can buy the crates with. It gives you a lot of options and a lot of things to go for, and there's tons of credit you know, bonuses that you can get, especially after finishing the campaign. You get like 5,000 credits, and you get a bunch of credits for beating, you know, certain chapters and whatnot, and it gives you crafting parts. And I think the crafting part distribution is actually not that bad. I think I've gotten around 1,200 or 1,300 crafting parts, and I haven't spent a single dime on crates. And that was just from opening crates and getting them in there. You get crafting parts with every single pack that you open. But people have a problem with the star cards. Now, the star cards, at least for you know, the regular trooper cards, you're not gonna see a humongous difference. Like, my thermal detonator grenade like has like 1 meter larger radius. It's nothing too serious, and there's always a card on the other end that people can use to either have the same ability, so somebody else can have the thermal detonator card that they can get by playing, or they can have a card, I forget what it's called, but it reduces the amount of damage you take from grenades. So all the cards are set up to be balanced, right? And I haven't come across a card that is extremely overpowered yet. Now, I have seen that there a couple of the heroes and villains can be very, very strong with certain cards equipped. Now, I think that this problem is not so much that the cards are OP. I think that the heroes in general are just overpowered. So some balancing changes need to be made there in order to bring the cards back down to maybe not even the cards, maybe just the base damage on some of the heroes need to be kind of toned down a bit. And if they want to lessen the amount the cards affect heroes, I think that would be a good change, because The reason it affects heroes a lot is because most of the cards are based around the hero's abilities, and when it comes to a trooper, your abilities don't matter as much as a hero's abilities, because hero's abilities are what the heroes are built around. Their entire kit is most likely built around those 3 abilities. So the fact that you can get these cards that, you know, increase the range of these abilities, that's where things start getting icky. And the same thing with starfighters. I've heard like there's some cards out there that create you know, like quicker lock-on times, 150% or something like that. So those can be a bit frustrating, and I think that's something that they'll tweak and change over time. But as far as the star cards go, you can unlock everything just by playing, and I feel like they were quite generous with the amount of crafting parts and the amount of credits that you can earn just from doing the milestones and just pretty much playing the game. You see all these Reddit posts about people, or about it taking like 40 hours to unlock a character, and how, you know, you got to spend 4,500 hours to unlock every card in the game, which, first of all, let me tell you, unlocking every card in the game is just an unrealistic thing. It's like saying that you want to buy every single League of Legends skin, like, on League of Legends. Like, it's just not something you do, because there's going to be a ton of champions that you don't necessarily play, and you're not going to need every single skin of every single champion. You're not going to be playing, you're not going to be using all 5 skins on the champion. You can only use 1 at a time. So it's kind of like that. And people are going to say, well, it's because, you know, the cards actually make a difference, and I get that, but there's going to be a ton of starfighters, there's going to be a ton of characters, there's going to be a ton of classes that you aren't going to like. So why would you get cards or craft cards towards those classes that you're never going to play? That's just an unrealistic, really stupid argument, in my opinion. And I think that for the amount of classes and the amount of different cards that are in the game, you can get enough crafting parts to craft those cards, level up those, you know, those abilities, and be able to just get just as many bonuses as anybody else. I think that the whole star card situation is blown out of proportion. Now, if it were to me, I wouldn't have put the star cards in the loot crates. I think this is where people are having the hardest time, because they think it's like pay to win. I would have kept the crafting parts and all that other stuff as the way of progressing in the game, without having to pay, which it's already like that, but just the fact that they're in the crates is what's kind of freaking everybody out. And I would just have like small cosmetic things. Now, I know this is a really like hard thing to do, because every single thing that DICE does has to go through Lucasfilms, and Lucasfilms is extremely strict with what they want in a Star Wars game, because this is an official Star Wars game. They want it to be authentic, and they don't want any crazy, you know, pink stormtroopers running around, or you know, purple lightsabers, that kind of stuff. And it's unfortunate too, because I think they could have kind of went wacky with the cosmetics, and I think people would have really liked it, and it would have been funny, and it would have been cool. But, you know, unfortunately, that's just not something that they can do. So instead, they had to do some sort of star card system, which I actually think isn't that bad. It gives me something to kind of get on and work for. And I'll tell you what, because of the credits being so valuable, since you need to use them to, you know, buy crates and get crafting parts and to unlock heroes and stuff, it makes me want to go and do some of the other things in the game. For example, I was grinding earlier today some of the arcade milestones. Now, arcade is something that I actually quite enjoyed. It's basically like, it reminds me of the original Battlefronts, where it's just kind of like a player match, where you pretty much just go in and you play bots, and it's got like small little challenges for you, where it'll be like, you know, get 50 kills in a match, and it's actually quite challenging to get that many kills. Now, it's not challenging to kill the boss, you just destroy them all, but killing them in a certain amount of time and this and that. The reason, you know, it made me do that is because of the value of those crystals, the value of those credits, the value of those crafting parts, and they've already shown that they're willing to work with us. So I honestly think that if you're not getting Battlefront 2 because of all the Reddit drama, I really do think you're going to miss out on a fantastic game. The gameplay, the amount of content, all that stuff is unreal. It really is a fantastic game, and I think you should really at least consider giving it a try or checking it out, or even coming in watching one of my streams to see if it's something you'd be interested in. And I really don't think that this game is pay to win, and I hope in the future they decide to take the star cards out of the crates, make better emotes and better cosmetics for people to want to go for, so that they can, you know, spend their money on cosmetic items, and then that can, you know, fund the free DLC. But anyways, guys, that's just my opinion. You know, some people may see it differently than me. That's totally fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. For those of you guys who have played Battlefront 2, what do you guys think so far? Are you enjoying it? I know I am, and I'm going to be posting a lot of Battlefront 2 videos coming up soon. And I believe 1.8 for the Division should be coming right around the corner as well, so expect some Division videos as well. Sorry I haven't been posting any of those. You know, I've kind of been sidetracked with some other games, and I want to wait until 1.8 release date is out so that I can relay that information to you guys and tell you guys, you know, what to do to get ready and all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care, everybody.